They just own so much shit that they could utilize all these studios. They could create all types of shit. And it's like they could literally give 60 companies $1 billion and just see what they could create with it. And who knows, one of those things could be the next Minecraft or the next whatever.
You know what's confusing to me though? Not really confusing, but shocking. This motherfucking purchase that Microsoft did. Huge fucking purchase. One of the hugest.
One of the hugest?
I tried to do my Trump shit. I don't know if it hit right, but Microsoft went into their pockets. Hit the Billy.
You know what pisses me off about that?
What?
You know that Bobby Kotick's gonna make like fucking half a billion dollars off of this whole thing. Like between the stock that he owns and the buyout price and his whatever CEO bonuses he's gonna get, because he's not lasting a year. His ass is gonna get booted out after this transition is done. There's no way I
could have sworn they announced that once the transition occurs, they're dropping him. Like, I think it's been stated that he won't be with the company.
Shit was in the contract.
So he's going to get his CEO buyout or whatever the fuck for leaving early. Dude's going to be sitting on like $500 million.
Listen, bro, if you could pay
one of the biggest assholes in gaming.
If you could pay somebody to sit out, that's pretty cool, bro. Like, listen, nigga, I'll give you so much money. Just leave me alone. Like, don't come
It's the
anywhere.
gun buyback all over again. You paying these motherfuckers to get out the gun game. Just stay the fuck out. We don't want you.
Bro, to me, though, like, I would take it. Fuck it. I'm an asshole. Who cares? Yeah, buy everything. But I'm getting my cut. I'm going to walk my ass happily out the door and let Microsoft handle what they got to do when it comes to Activision and shit. You know?
Yeah.
Go ahead, though.
I tend not to give a fuck about Bobby Kotick. Yes, he's an asshole. Yes, he doesn't deserve money, but it's almost like us putting that energy on him only made him more money. So I gotta just like forget about this guy. I'm like, yo, this shit ain't working. Us not liking him is not stopping him from making money, all right?
Hey, I haven't given money to Blizzard in like whenever the hell the last time I bought Overwatch was. Like, we're talking like 5 years ago now. Mm-hmm. None of my money has gone to Bobby Kotick.
Real quick, let's take a shot for motherfucking Microsoft right now. Let's take a shot. These boys came out of pockets. They bought shit. These niggas is monopolizing the game. Shout out to they're the biggest drug dealers of the game right now.
I have a theory.
You don't like
Why
that?
do you want to do a toast? It starts off good, and then you add all these extra words. I don't even want to take the shot no more.
It's just the Michael Scott, man. He starts a sentence and he doesn't know where it's ending.
I don't know where it's going to end tonight. I'm telling you, tonight's a wild night. I already forewarned everybody.
So, but
some would say that tonight we're getting unhinged.
But shouldn't we all be in mourning though? Because I heard on the internet, on Twitter, the most reliable sources, I heard that the PlayStation is dead now.
Fucking idiots. People who say it, with all due respect, people, Sony's not going anywhere.
Yeah, you're out of your goddamn mind if you think this is actually going to.
You could insert the
Sony.
Wolf of Wall Street scene here where he says, I ain't going nowhere. You can insert that shit right here because I'm telling you, they're not going nowhere. But Microsoft is not, from what I read on Twitter as well, that they're going to honor the Call of Duty and Overwatch franchise and like all those games. They're going to honor them and keep them on Sony. They're not going to make them exclusive.
I don't know.
There are contracts
Microsoft
that need
made that
to be
announcement.
abided by. That's all that has been said. It's never.
Yeah.
There are contracts in place, and once those contracts are over, baby, it's gonna be a bargaining table on the fucking. You are gonna have to pay money for these franchises.
All I'm saying is Microsoft has gained so much with this one purchase. They like. I know Sony didn't have enough money to make this purchase, but fuck.
Actually, I've got a question. Like, besides Call of Duty, what the fuck did they actually get with this purchase? WoW
Bro.
is dying. WoW is hemorrhaging players every month.
Diablo.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that a WoW spinoff can't happen.
That's a lot of development to toss into that, though. It doesn't seem like they've been working on like WoW 2.
I'm just saying they have WoW now. They could make a WoW third-person shooter, whatever, multiplayer game.
I don't think they have the ability to do that, though. You remember they tried making that StarCraft Ghost spinoff where it was going to be a first-person or third-person shooter or whatever the fuck. This is like 15 years ago or whatever.
I remember.
And it never went anywhere. It was just stuck in development hell until it got canceled because I don't know that Blizzard has any more ideas, honestly. They've been making the same game for a decade at this point.
For sure.
I mean, like, to answer your question, though, like, they get Diablo. So, like, whenever Diablo 4 comes out, that'll be interesting. They're getting, the other Overwatch,
WoW,
StarCraft,
Diablo, Overwatch, StarCraft, Warcraft.
And then other weirder things like Guitar Hero. Like, I don't know what the fuck Microsoft's going to do with Guitar Hero, but you never know.
That would be interesting if they brought back Guitar Hero. I'd be a fan of that.
Damn. I would love to I would love to play with the drums again.
He would love to break them again. He had a Freudian slip.
But,
That's really what it was.
I mean, the biggest thing they're getting is Call of Duty, right? Like that's like the cash pig out of the whole thing because that's Activision, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. They also get, strangely enough, Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon.
I thought they already had that. Weren't those Rare? Weren't those part of Rare, or were they not?
Activision owned those guys, which is weird because they're pretty much like Crash is a fucking Sony mascot. So I find that kind of interesting that Microsoft owns Crash as a character.
That's kind of funny.
That just sounds so fucking weird. It's gonna be like the ultimate fucking play when they release like Crash 5 Xbox exclusive. That shit's gonna feel like you're in Bizarro World.
Don't they get Elder Scrolls and Fallout as well?
They already had
from their they bought Bethesda, but that was a previous purchase. Yeah, that's a whole other fucking ridiculous situation.
Christ.
So is it time for Nintendo and Sony to join forces, make the Playtendo?
Bro, I said that. I said that on my Twitter, bro. I was like, yo, all it needs is for these guys to join houses.
That's what I was referencing.
Oh, all right, cool. Nah, bro.
I follow you.
I'm telling you.
I'm no Tony Polanco, but I follow you.
Yeah. Tony got 45 followers, and Tony, this is the fucking verified Tony Polanco is one of them. So
I fucks with that. The man Tony Polanco followed me, verified. Hey, I fucks with that. But
yeah, he tweeted. He was completely shocked. He thought Microsoft was gonna go, fuck Sony. We're making Call of Duty exclusive, and fuck all that noise.
They will. I mean, eventually they will.
Yeah.
I think
or there's going to be some heavy terms. There's going to be some very one-sided terms for them to be able to carry Call of Duty.
Not only that, I think that what they're going to do, because they're going to do, all these games are on Game Pass now for those guys. So if you got Game Pass, it's practically free. But I think what they're going to do, they're not going to make it exclusive, but they're going to do content, DLC first on Xbox or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? But
I mean, they could fuck up the game just by doing that timed exclusivity shit that Epic loves doing.
I think
I feel like though I don't think Call of Duty is ever gonna go exclusive Microsoft. I feel like they could, and it would be crazy or whatever. But I feel like there's a balance, right? There's some balance between trying to entice people to come to your console and money on the table. And does making Call of Duty exclusive to Microsoft, how much money does that make Microsoft, right?
The only
That's
way
really
it makes
the question.
The only way
if it doesn't make a lot of them buy consoles and in turn buy Microsoft games, then it'll make them more money to release it on the Sony platform too.
That's what I was going to say. The only way it guarantees them that they'll make money is if they know, based on some kind of crazy research, that for sure it's going to lead to people buying the Xbox over the PlayStation.
I think so.
I think it's going to take several years, but with their acquisitions that they made in the past 5 years, I think we're going to see Xbox really start to push out a lot of fucking content in the next few years. I think it's coming.
I mean, they bought a whole bunch of acquisitions. They bought a whole.
I think Microsoft might just become a gaming company. Like I think they might not. I think they might stop making a console. I think they might just become a game production company, like the Valve, like the new Valve or something, some shit like that. Like they're just gonna be like a game distribution platform.
And what they're gonna just let
Xbox
Sony...
Game Pass is fantastic. I'm hyped about this acquisition just because I use Game Pass. So like,
how do you feel about PC Game Pass?
That's what I use.
I know. He's just said Xbox Game Pass.
But I'm saying, like, I don't think Xbox, I think, will still make consoles. As long as Sony's making consoles, I think Xbox will continue to make consoles. Because what they're going to let Sony just take over the console game and then fucking sell the games to Sony? Like,
I think cloud streaming is just going to get so much better in the next 5 years that they know something we don't. Like with this cloud streaming and with all this, I don't think consoles are going to be necessary. If you could just get a PlayStation Now service and it all be all in one package, you can get all these video games, stream them from whatever device you're using. Like that shit is really where all these video game people want to be.
you mean like the Steam Deck that Mateo bought?
Something like that.
There's gaming in 10 years is going to look completely different than what we are looking at right now. The gaming that we know right now, where it's like I've got a gaming PC, I've got a PS5, an Xbox, whatever the fuck. Gaming is going to look completely different in about 10 years. I think Doey's right. I think cloud streaming is going to be the big thing that's going to change this, change the whole thing.
You think that's why Microsoft's going so ham to buy all these studios and shit, so they can just ship all that straight to streaming?
Dude, I think the money's always been in the production of games rather than the consoles. I mean, I've heard that the PlayStation sold at a loss, like the PS5 sold at a loss, right?
Yeah, I think I could be wrong. I think they might now be making money off the PS5s, like. But I know like the PS3 sold at a loss for a very long time. Even when they were selling for $600 at launch, they were still losing like $200 per console or something like that.
That's
like,
crazy.
And yeah, you're right. The Sonys and Microsofts and Nintendos, they don't make money by selling Nintendos or PlayStations. They make money by getting people on those platforms and spending money on games. So the money's in the software, not the hardware. I don't know. For me, I'm not happy with Microsoft making this purchase. And it's not because Sony is my preferred console. I'm just like bummed out that like Microsoft doesn't really make games anymore. Like I guess they dropped Halo and then Forza. And like what else? It's like I don't know, it just feels shitty. It feels like they're buying up all the people that produce games so that they could just say these are Microsoft games instead of them actually making games that are like the lifeblood of Microsoft.
It is worrying when a big company too is in charge of little indie developers, because does that mean that they lose some of their indie-ness? Because when you're acquired by another company, there's a lot of integration that goes into it. You have to start conforming to their policies. Your culture changes a little bit. That's one of those buzzwords that corporations love to use. It's culture. But your culture changes a lot whenever you get acquired by another company. And it could kill some of the indie spark. It could kill some of these studios, honestly.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is at all. I think you're not gonna be able to say what you're saying in like 2 years from now. I think one of these E3s, we're just gonna get an insane amount of Microsoft news, and it's gonna be like, okay, this is what they've been doing for the past 5 years with all these other studios they've acquisition. They're gonna turn Game Pass. Game Pass is going to be the software package. I have an Xbox Series X, and literally it's been my backwards compatibility machine. Last night they had a backwards compatibility sale, and I bought so many games. I was like, yes, Time Splitters 1, Time Splitters 2. I got that Civilizations Revolutions.
Terrible.
I got So
Isn't
many
that one of the
games.
worst ones?
You
Max
literally
Payne 3, I loved it. I played the shit out of that game on PS3. I plan to play the shit out of it on Xbox Series X.
bought all these games that you're not gonna play.
I bought
Don't
Far
worry.
Cry 2. I bought all that shit.
Doey, I'm with Tony, but I'm saying this like knowing that I'm also guilty of the same thing because I got like 500 games on my fucking Steam library and I've played like 10% of them.
But this is my problem, right? When E3 comes around, right, this year, and these guys make all these announcements. For me, yeah, Microsoft's got studios, right? Quality over quantity. That's where it's gonna be the deciding factor. Yeah, they can have all these fucking studios, right? And I might sound like a Sony fanboy right now, but I'm just being honest. At the end of the day, I want quality over quantity.
Sony
That's it.
don't have day one drops on PS Now.
Tony, to your point, what are the Sony exclusive games you play right now?
Yeah, I play Call of Duty.
Like Tony said on the last episode, he has over 1,000 hours played on Warzone.
1,500 on Warzone.
1,500.
This shit is disgusting.
Let's take a shot to that bullshit.
That shit is bullshit.
Activision's making that guap.
Oh my God. Okay, maybe if you saw my login time on South Park fucking Phone Destroyer, you'd be just as equally as disgusted, but
Dude,
to each his own.
I
we just need to look at your transactions on South Park Phone Destroyer. Whale.
Facts. That's what I
don't think I would be considered whale level. But I'm up there.
I don't even know what that means, but
A whale is someone who just spends money to get better at it's because a lot of these games, I would not consider South Park one of these games, but a lot of phone games that are microtransaction-y, you can pay to win.
And there's only like 10% of players that actually pay money. And then of that, there's like some percentage that is like, they drop a lot of money, and they're the ones that make the entire game worth it for them.
For example, in Las Vegas, the casinos, when they say they got a whale coming, it's somebody with big cash, pooch. Big cash. That's it. It's a whale. What was I? Oh yeah, but no, it's over quality for me, right? Like, and to mind you, I haven't played recently because it's me and Pucho's game, but Little Big Planet, it's a fantastic game. Just that me and Pucho don't play. It Takes Two. No, yeah.
No, that one's cross-platform.
That is cross-platform?
Yeah. Hey,
Fuck.
am I wrong in thinking that Sony's exclusives that they make are mostly like full story games though, right? They're not like these like living game experiences. Sony has a big focus on making like this is a single player game. This is a co-op campaign, but you play through it and then you're done. Like it's not a game you're going to play every day after work or something like a Call of Duty or a Battlefield or whatever, right?
Yeah, their games are not the games as a service model, which is what Warzone is.
Which might be why I like Sony. I mean, I don't think I'm a straight up Sony fanboy. I pay for it for Game Pass, but I appreciate that they still make these like single player experiences for me to immerse myself in for a little bit.
Just look at my recent games. Like right now, I'm both playing Horizon and I'm playing The Last of Us. I was just finishing Returnal the other day, and
Returnal, but
and then like Little Big Planet, it's like on the back burner or whatever. So
I play
the shit out of my Sony games, like. Yeah, and Doey got the platinum in return. You got to give Doey a shout out for that one.
Let's give a shot to that bitch. Shots to that bitch.
Roguelite,
dude.
The roguelite Doey. Roguelite Doey.
I just don't want to grind.
No, but say what you can do. You can say that you put me on to roguelites.
Yes, Pucho did put me on the roguelites.
So you even got that trophy that was like die 10,000 times or whatever the fuck.
No, that's not on Returnal.
Returnal
just has a
There was
a little bit of a dumb level of randomness, you could say.
So real quick, going back
basically
to
they drop these collectibles in every level, and they could randomly spawn. But in order to get the platinum, you need to collect all those collectibles. So towards the end, Doi was running through the game like 30 times trying to find one thing. And it's like, that ain't fun. I did that in Binding of Isaac. I don't think I'll ever do that again in a game.
So
The fun that I had playing Binding of Isaac on my PS Vita in the subway, I don't think I'll ever be able to think of another game other than like Chrono Trigger that I could play on the subway that made me that happy.
So just to bring it back to full circle, let me get the pros and cons from each of you real quick. I know we said some of it. From this purchase, right? What you don't like about it and why? Just real quick. Maybe Mateo, go ahead.
I mean, I'm excited because of the Game Pass thing, man. Honestly, like Game Pass is the absolute best subscription service for gaming in the world right now. Humble Monthly used to be good. Humble their games lately have just been kind of
Lately, for the last few years, when a new Humble Bundle came out, I used to fucking fly to the website to buy it. I just don't look anymore. I haven't looked in like 6 years. Like, I just don't give a fuck about Humble Bundle. Like,
yeah, Xbox Game Pass is the Game Pass in general is just killing it. Like it's fantastic.
Day one releases.
We did not even talk about the lifeline this is giving to Activision Blizzard, because that's a whole conversation as to whether that's a good thing or not, with how much rot is going on in that company right now with their sexual allegations, assault allegations, and harassment allegations, all the various nonsense.
They're cleaning house.
I think so. I think they're gonna chop some heads, and some heads are gonna roll.
Facts.
Unfortunately,
I don't know what's up. That Activision always has problems.
They're just a wild
This is
bunch.
not the first time. This isn't the first time. Like, I don't know. They always have these like crazy people that like they always go through these things where like I remember when the Call of Duty guys left the company like all pissed, like the OG Call of Duty guys.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, and it's happened like at least 3 times now.
I think there's a strike going on right now with some QA team with Activision Blizzard or something like that.
Really?
But yeah, so maybe that's the con to this, is that it's giving a lifeline to a company that maybe doesn't deserve a lifeline. But it's hard to say things like that, right? Because there's a lot of people that work at this company. There's a lot of people that work at this company that haven't done any of the shitty things. So are they supposed to suffer the company going under from this because of whatever amount of people? I don't know, but maybe that's the only con that I can really think of. So I honestly don't think this is going to hit Sony that bad. I'm not predicting it to be a game changer or anything.
The only reason why it would be a game changer if they just said fuck it, exclusives. That's the biggest game changer that they have on Sony right now. But if they're honoring contracts, I want to know how far do those contracts go. You know what I mean?
They don't go very far. They're gonna be like for the current games. The next Call of Duty game, they're gonna make it exclusive. Like,
yeah.
The next Minecraft game, they're gonna make it exclusive.
You want to make it a bet?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So the Call of Duty that comes out after next, for sure.
So the next Call of Duty that drops, Vanguard just dropped.
Yeah, because these motherfuckers come out with a game every fucking year.
Vanguard just dropped. That's the last one that dropped.
Right.
So you're saying
Vanguard
the next one
dropped.
after that?
This one, the one that's coming after Vanguard is going to be cross-platform, and the one after that is going to be Xbox exclusive. So 2024, you're going to see an Xbox exclusive Call of Duty game. That's my prediction.
I bet money on that. $10.
$10, yeah. We're gonna have to start betting more to make that shit. And I make crazy statements.
I guess the other con is that thing that I said of like, is Microsoft killing these studios when they buy them? Like, is there? I don't know if we've seen any evidence either way yet of whether they're the big organization, the big gear is grinding people down that is Microsoft, because they're a fucking behemoth.
Yeah,
are they killing these indie studios?
They're bigger now.
Yeah, so like, Bethesda's still too soon.
Yeah.
Bethesda's still too soon to see like what's happening there. But like Mojang hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
That's the biggest shock to me.
I think they added some microtransactions to that game is what they've done, honestly.
They bought Minecraft for what is like $2 billion or $3. It was a crazy number. At the time, it was astronomical. I was shocked Like it was like a Disney buying Star Wars number. Like it was like in that ballpark. It was like around the same time. I remember thinking, "Holy shit, this is crazy."
2.5 billion.
Right. And I'm like, in my mind, they haven't done anything with it. Granted, Minecraft's still printing money. So they're recouping in some capacity. I don't know if it's 2.5 billion recoup, and they came out with Minecraft Dungeons. That was like a weird one.
But why?
It was all right. It was like Diablo-esque.
What's the hype behind Minecraft? I've never played it, but what's this hype? Like, what is it?
You'll
Like
love it.
Is it like a
you'll love it.
Terraria shit?
Yeah.
It's Legos. It's Legos for in like video game form. You
Don't
can
it
do whatever the
just-
fuck you want in that. Someone I saw a video where someone made a Pokemon. They did the original Pokemon Red or Yellow or something like that. They made that game within Minecraft.
The only thing I like about it is when I went on YouTube and I saw people build like crazy ass shit. I'm talking about like wild shit. I'm like, damn.
Tony barely even heard you, but the game has this whole concept of you could create like circuits, and basically people create computers inside the game.
Oh yeah, I heard him. Yeah,
And so then you could create. People play Pokemon, the whole Pokemon Blue inside of Minecraft, like, which is stupid.
I guess that's cool.
But anyways, no. Like you played the shit. Me and you played at least like 30, 40 hours of Terraria. And it's like Terraria is a 2D version of Minecraft. So it's like you would enjoy it.
Terraria is cool though, man. I didn't think I would be fond of it, but you know, playing with Pucho on it, and it's pretty cool. You know, give a lot of what.
We need to get a Valheim server going. Is what we need to do.
Is
Yeah,
that shit that fucking what's his name posted up with the pigs and he named us? That shit is so disrespectful.
I'd like to get a Green Hell game going between us for
Green Hell?
It's Forest. You remember the Forest?
We played the Forest, all four,
But it's
that's
like-
three.
But Green
It's
Hell
basi-
is like
it's
a
basically that-
different version of that. Yeah.
I don't know if I could put that much energy into some shit like that again.
Anyways,
Tony, get us back on track.
Yeah.
So to
but,
answer, so to
Pucho, what's
answer
your pro and con?
to
Yeah.
answer your question, the cons, all right, because it's really where my heart is. I'm a little bummed out. I feel like what is it, like 69 billion they dropped, or 67 billion?
67.5. I'll
Right.
double check.
So to me, that $67 billion they're not investing in creating new IPs and new content that we could all like enjoy. Like that sucks to me. And they own so many things. Like they own Sega. Wait, no, Nintendo? Oh my God, I'm all fucked.
68.7 billion.
They just own so much shit that they could utilize all these studios. They could create all types of shit. And it's like they could literally give 60 companies $1 billion and just see what they could create with it. And who knows, one of those things could be the next Minecraft or the next whatever. And I don't know, something about that, it just feels kind of shitty that they're just like,
That's actually a good point. I didn't think about it from that perspective.
they're just acquiring like everyone in the hopes that like they could just like, you know, corner the market pretty much. Like they got Bethesda and they got Activision and they got Minecraft. And it's like between those three acquisitions, like they're doing numbers. Like they're just fucking printing money.
So
And it's
I
like,
think their sites are not on PlayStation. I think their sites are on Steam. I think that's who they're trying to compete with in
I
this.
see it as well. I see that as well.
They
yeah,
got
I'm not
30.
even, when I say corner the market, I'm not saying like, I'm not even mentioning PlayStation. I'm not even concerned in terms of like, oh, this is the PlayStation kill or anything like that. I'm mostly just saying like, Microsoft has the capability to create so much shit. And by focusing their money on these acquisitions, they're not able, they have to be able, like, it's a lesser opportunity to do those things. So it's just like, I don't know. I'm a little bummed out from that point of view. A pro is obviously, like Mateo said, all the Game Pass stuff. But even Game Pass, I'm wary of Game Pass. Like I pay for Game Pass. I've never owned a single Microsoft console. I pay for Game Pass. I play games on Game Pass. I played Halo for the first time on Game Pass. I played a number of indie games. whatever, right? Whatever the fuck's on there. I try a lot of games. Like I played Dodgeball Academia on there, and different games. But I don't know if it's good. Like it's good for the consumer now. Game Pass, they're probably losing so much money off of Game Pass, right?
I'm curious about how the money works, what happened, where the money goes, where that money is circulating to with Game Pass. I'm very curious about that.
Right. I wonder how it works. My hunch is they're like Netflix. They were losing a lot. They're losing money right now. Right now they're fucking $7.99 Netflix. Okay, now Netflix is about to be $20. All right. But they're $7.99 Netflix right now. Yeah.
That came out this week.
Who pays $20 for Netflix?